Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. We see silver at $17.02, down 47 cents for the day. We see gold at $1,470, down $25.70 for the day. And this is because the dollar is strengthening, pulling precious metals prices down, so there is a slight correction. And people that are newer into the world of precious metals are probably a little panicky right now, but please do not panic sell. It's not going to keep crashing. If you hold on, if you're patient, you will recover your funds. It will recover, especially since there is so much volatility in the markets right now. It's interesting that the dollar is a push-pull mechanism going on right now with silver, because they should be going hand in hand, at least, since silver is basically money as well, but it's not the case. So let's jump into this article from Kitco. The link will be in the description. It was written 2 hours ago, so it is fresh off the press, but let's jump into it. Gold, silver prices pounded by pricey greenback. Gold and silver prices are sharply lower in midday U.S. trading Monday. Gold notched a 7-week low and silver prices hit a 5-week low. A strong U.S. dollar index that hit a new high for the year on Monday is credited with putting much of the downside pressure on precious metals today. Better risk appetite in the marketplace early this week is also bearish for safe haven metals. December gold futures were down to $28.60 an ounce. COMEX silver prices were down 53 cents to $17.12 an ounce. Both markets were poised at close and technically bearish monthly low closes this day of the month. There was less risk aversion on the marketplace Monday. The following markets being roiled last Friday by the reports of the U.S. was considering limiting U.S. investors' investment in China, and including the U.S. stock exchanges to delist Chinese companies. Weekend reports, including a statement from the U.S. Treasury Department, then said the Trump administration is not considering such moves. So the U.S.-China trade wars renegotiating after that again, trying to find some middle ground, but still not coming to any conclusion. And obviously that was going to spark precious metals to go higher as fear in the economy, floods like wildfire. But anyways, the Asian stock market saw some selling pressure after the 17th weekend in a row. Demonstrations in Hong Kong this past weekend is being called worse, with many arrests after protesters bombarded police with everything from bricks to firebombs. So Hong Kong protests still going on, 17th weekend in a row, which is crazy. That's long. I'm surprised the media isn't covering it more. I mean, it is pretty far from U.S., and I live in the United States, but this is global news, and this is something that's happening in the economy that could be affecting everything, not even just assets, but, the political side of it, the society as well. But anyways, China's economy got slightly upbeat news Monday as the official manufacturing purchasing managers index rose 49.8 in September, from 49.5 in August. This was the 5th month in a row with leading below 50.0, which suggests contractions in the sector. The September PMI report did come in slightly above market expectations. So crude oil prices are lower and trading around $55.25 a barrel. And technically the gold bulls have the slight overall near-term technical advantage, but are fading fast. So right now, gold still does have the overall, where the bulls still have the advantage, but it is fading as gold is depreciating. So a 4-month-old uptrend on the daily bar chart has been negated. The downtrend line is now in place on the daily bar chart. Bulls' next upside price objective is to produce a close in October futures above resistance of $1,525. That's a key number to look at. So bears' next near-term downside price breakout objective is pushing December futures prices below solid technical levels at $1,450. The first resistance seen was at $1,490 and then $1,500. So we do see gold, in a weird spot right now. But there are some, the bulls do still have the technical advantage, and that is good news for gold. I mean, it is fading, but we'll see what happens as everything in the economy keeps dragging on, as U.S.-China trade wars, with everything going on. If the dollar is going to hold its strength, and, everything else in the economy, Hong Kong protests, the Iran tensions. We also see stock markets that can play a huge it can be a huge factor in the prices of precious metals as well. So the December silver futures bulls have lost their overall near-term technical advantage. So the silver bulls have lost their near-term technical advantage, which means it's the bears advantage right now. So a 4-month-old uptrend on the daily bar chart has been negated. 4-week-old uptrend, downtrend is now in place actually. Silver Bull's next upside price breakout objective is closing prices above technical resistance at $18 an ounce. The next downside price breakout is for the bears, closing prices at, okay, I don't care about the conversation. I can't read this. Okay, anyways, so been solid technical level resistance at $18 an ounce. The next downside price breakout objective is actually at $17 an ounce, and then first resistance seen at $17.50. So the next support is seen today at $17.02, then $16.80. So we do have some support lines it has to stay above, which is that $16.80 mark. But we do see silver right now at $17.03. So I'll be keeping an eye out on it. I'm curious what you guys think about the prices. I definitely think that there's a lot of different factors, whether it's from the oil, you know, the stuff that's happening from the Saudi Arabian oil attacks, the installations, you know, that right there alone, because we need oil to be able to dig this silver out of the ground. So the miners aspect of it is going to be extremely controversial. And then we also have obviously the surplus, whether it's silver shortages that could be affecting prices for the better or for the worse, because there is going to be still demand. This is not, you know, when silver prices are like this, it's just an opportunity to purchase. It's not like, you know, you have to worry about silver crashing to the bottom, because there is intrinsic value. There's value that's stored fundamentally inside silver that has to be used globally in all this technology, in all these gadgets, from the computer you're watching this on to the cell phone you're watching it on, from the dental alloys in your teeth, from the space equipment that NASA's using to go to the moon soon. You know, whatever the case is, whether it's colloidal silver for medical world, silver nanoparticles, you know, in the technological era we're advancing in, these industries, these big business companies that have to keep using it, that have to keep demanding it, as well as the consumers who are demanding it, and the producers who aren't supplying it, is going to be causing a huge factor, a huge stir up in the system, along with all the other things that's mentioned in this article, from, you know, the dollar strengthening or weakening, which obviously the dollar is headed downturn fast at no matter what the index is. You know, obviously hyperinflation has crashed the economy. The dollar's lost 98% of its purchasing power, and it's losing more and more every single day. If you go to usdebtclock.org, you know, it's obvious. Actually, I'm going to go to that right now. Let's go to usdebtclock.org. Okay, so here's usdebtclock.org. So our national debt is 22,636,710,000,000 ounces, or I mean dollars. And it's actually crazy. You know, that's right there's our national debt. Per citizen is $68,000. Per taxpayer is $183,000. So U.S. federal spending is in the 4 trillions as well, and it's all in the red. And this is, you can just see it's pumping just faster and faster, and it's not gonna ever be in the green. You see this number is going down, it's not going up. And this, well, it is going up in the sense of it's getting worse. So it's actually incredible to see. And actually on the bottom down here, it talks about silver. Paper to gold ratio, paper to silver ratio is 199 to 67 to, and then dollar silver ratio now is $844 an ounce. So that does not mean silver is going to be $844 to ounce, but that is the dollar to silver ratio. And that's actually pretty crazy. I've actually made a video explaining what that means it was probably a year ago. It's not confusing, but it's also it's a gray area to talk about that, because it technically does mean that, but it doesn't, because it's talking about the index and historically and silver to the dollar and all that. But I definitely think that you guys should check this out, because U.S. federal tax revenue is in the 3,516,844,000,000. So this is some interesting stuff. But for the dollar, and this is the U.S. total debt, by the way, 73,914,438,000,000. But this just should prove, and this is statistics showing you what the reality is of our dollar. So yes, the dollar index might be better right now, but overall, if you look at the bigger picture, it's never going to be successful, and it's never going to recover even close to its full potential, even to break even. So this is why we invest into gold and silver, is because there is real intrinsic value, and regardless of these numbers, even if it all got canceled, even if it all bottoms out, even if it all crashes and burns, we still have an investment, an asset that is fundamentally useful and valuable in the everyday world, and always has been. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Like I said, if you want to check out the link for the last article, it'll be in the description. If you want to check out this, I'll also post this in the description. You can just go to usdebtclock.org, and you can Google all the different things. This is actually, there's a lot of information on this actually. Maybe I can make a new video on this, because it actually does go over gold supply and demand as well. It goes over all the different countries. So if you do want to check this stuff out, maybe I can do a video on it. But I did want to make this so you guys can kind of just get informed and get up to date on what's really going on, as well as the price of silver, what's going on with it. Where do you guys think silver prices are headed? Do you think this is bad news for silver, or do you think this is just a better opportunity to be buying silver while it's cheap? I'm curious what you guys think. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, because I do post daily videos. I posted 2 other videos today, so make sure you check those out as well. But anyways, this was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys soon. Peace.